Well, we're back at the Sanitarium. This time as I hunt, I'll give you a little bit of history about it. We'll start off with, it opened its doors in 1896. And it operated here until 1964. Now before then, there was another type of little, like, almost like a tent hospital for quite a while. But on these grounds, people have been walking, camping, stopping, dumping since the 1850s. So I've hunted it to death. Hundreds of other detectors have hunted it to death. We're gonna hunt it to death a little bit more today. So wish me luck, I'll see it the first time. So this is my first target. And it's a harmonica reed. It wasn't even deep. Wasn't even deep at all. We just got a little bit of rain. The ground sounds good. And we're hunting blind again today with the Deus 2, no control box on top, so. There's more stuff here. Let's see what the pinpointer says. What do we got? That's a bullet. That's what that is. Not an old one either. Someone lost a bullet. All right, well, moving on. Same hole, back in it. And right here in this clump, there's something. Let's see what it is. Is it more harmonica reed? I think it is. Yep. So we got bullet and harmonica reed all in the same hole. All right, on to the next one. I just dumped this clod out. I don't know if that's a pull tab or if that's a ring. That's a pull tab. Look at that classic pull tab. That thing sounds so good too. Too bad these things aren't worth anything. Now right now I'm walking up the original pathway to the Sanitarium. And we got a pretty bright signal right here. Now I've dug several pull tabs, which I didn't film. But this one kind of stood out. You know, it could be a bottle cap. But for years, this was like covered roadway. Like, when I mean covered, I mean it had concrete on it. It was, you know, a road. And sometime after the 60s, they covered it back up. And you just don't ever know what'll come out of here. Especially with a little rain. Little rain changes the game up here. What is that? What do we got? Oh, it's a bottle cap. And I was like, oh man, we got a love token. No love token here. It's just a Coca-Cola bottle cap. Now I got a clump here. It sounded pretty good. I think it may be a coin. Oh yeah, it's definitely a coin. Look at that. Just a memorial penny, but not even a good one. Still, coin is better than a bottle cap. Now remember, we're going blind. I'm just digging solid tone, so who knows what we're gonna find. Got a real interesting sounding one right here. For those who are curious, I'm running the XP Deus 2 with version 3.10, yes, still. And Techna. I'm in heavy iron through here. And Techna is pretty good for that. Now I don't know what this signal is. It sounds weird. It doesn't sound like a coin. it could be anything. Of course, it could always be anything, but the wind's blowing today. I'm gonna try to get out from underneath these trees for a limb hits me. Oh, come on. Trying to just get some extra stuff for the board tonight. We got Lone Star Treasure Hunters tonight. I know we're right on top of whatever it is. I like it because it's kind of deep. Let's see what we got in here. Man, it's another bottle cap. But what kind? Miller High Life champagne and beers. All right, I'm gonna walk over into the, well, it's a part where I found like lots of old stuff. When we get deep signals, it's heavy iron, and I'm pretty sure it was used as a dump. And this is like where we dig a bunch of iffy stuff. Right here we got something iffy. We'll dig it together. Like the moisture in the ground makes it difficult right now to keep plugs together. The upside is that when they go back in the hole, they go back together. Well, they fill the hole, if that makes sense, uniformly. Got to be in this part right here. All right. So in this plug, we got something. Sounds like a mid-tone. And it is. So let's just get all this ooey gooey Dallas duty back in the hole. We got a piece of a beaver tail there. That's all right though. We're gonna keep doing it. Now the next good signal I get, we'll come back. All right, we got a good solid mid-tone. Now it sounds like it's got a little depth on it, but it could just be a small piece of pulled tab, or who knows. I know one thing, we're going to find out. All right, well, it's not in the, okay, good, still in the hole. A little bit up to the side here and pull this out. Look at that big old worm. Look at that joker right there. Oh, it's got arms, they're evolving. We got a deep target. What is that? All kind of bugs up in this hole. This should be interesting. Let's see here. Well, I don't see anything. But according to this, the pinpointer is right on top of it. Now I see iron in here. Let's see what this is. See the little orange bit there? I don't see anything. Whatever it is, it's tiny. It's making the pinpointer go off. The pinpointer will go off to anything. Oh, there we go. I see it now. What do we got? We got an old piece of copper. Not a thrilling find, but it's got some age on it. 100%. Got a real interesting squeaker here. Like it's just like a little wink, wink, wink. And I don't think, well, we're about to find out, but I don't think that it's like a small surface target. I think it's a nice deep target. That's what I think. And we're about to find out. Definitely giving off iron sounds now. That don't mean nothing. Let's put the pinpointer down in there and just take a gander.
Okay, so there's something in there. And it's deep. Let's get my hory out. Probably gonna be iron, but you just never know here. Oh, wait a minute.
We got a coin. It's a wheat cent. Man, that thing was faint. I don't see a year on it yet, but yeah, that's solid right there. We'll go back over it with the detector and see if there's any more in there. But that thing, you could barely hear it. Just like, wait. And I don't know if you can tell, but that's a deep hole. Definitely iron in there too. Got a very irony signal here. But you know what? I'm feeling lucky today. I really am. And I probably just jinxed myself by saying that, but sounds more irony now, but it's okay. Sounds less irony now. But there is a little iron tinge at the end. I mean, but everything around here is sitting on top of iron. It's almost as if like there's been iron here for 150 years. And I guess there has been. Got something down there. I don't see it yet. I wish you guys could just be like, it's right there. And then I would like see it. Okay, so I think it is iron. Well, there's definitely iron. But let's see what kind of iron we got here. See, that's interesting looking. Look at that. Now, I can tell by the shape of this, a couple things. One, it's old. Two, it's old enough to have been handmade. And three, it's old enough that its use is not in use anymore. Now you tell me, what do you think this is for? It's like a little triangle. It's like a little tiny wedge. What could that be for? We're gonna save it though, because it's interesting. Then I'm gonna go over the hole again. I think there's just more iron in there, but we'll fill it back up. I'll go back. If there's something else, I'll let you know. Now, I don't know if you guys can see. I'm trying to change my camera here. How deep this hole is. Pretty decent sized hole. At the bottom of it was this. And I think we got a nickel. Now, maybe a Jefferson nickel. It sure was. Oh no. That's buffalo right there, guys. Let's see if we can get a date off of it. A lot of times it's hard to get a date off of buffalo. Sometimes you get lucky. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Cool find though. I love buffaloes. You'd think they'd come out of the ground more than they do, but they don't. Let's go back over the hole. Well, I'm glad I dug it, but I wish there was like a big fat silver coin next to it. Oh well, moving on. Now, not far from that buffalo, we got another kind of a deep, odd sound. I mean, it's a mid-tone. It's probably junk, but I thought you might want to see us get it together. Interesting. Pinpointer's not hitting, but it can't be too far from here. Let's see here. Interesting. I'm gonna open up the hole just a little bit more. Let's see if that'll tell us something. It doesn't sound as like mid-tony as it did before, but it doesn't sound great either, so. Interesting, nothing. All right, I'll be back. Now, of course, I got down to this thing, and then I had to fix my GoPro, as always. But look at there. Look at that. That's not new, I guarantee you. Silver plate spoon handle. It was, you know, could have been fork, I guess, but for some reason forks seem much rarer out of the dirt than spoons, but that's old, 100% old. I'm gonna go back in and see if I can get the rest, but first I gotta reattach my camera because it sucks. Never get another GoPro, but anyway, you guys all the time hear me talking about that. Now this was a very irony signal. When I pulled the plug out, it got a lot less irony, so let's all right, well, we're on something, so. What do we got here? I don't see anything yet, but I gotta be close. Getting some resistance, so who knows? Oh. I don't know, guys. Is that it? Oh, there we go. Oh my God. Was this the day of the harmonica reed? Well, we got another harmonica reed piece in a completely different area. Like, that should tell you how popular these harmonicas were. I can't remember the last time I heard someone play a harmonica like within 5 feet of me. All right, I think there's more of it in there, so I'm gonna fish it out. But anyway, let me know, when's the last time you heard someone play harmonica like right next to you? Time to play our favorite game, what's in the clump? Oops. See something red. It's not a good sign. What is it? Oh, it's part of what's left of a Bic lighter is what it is. And when I show it to you, you'll be like, oh, I know exactly what it is. Well, if you have experience with a Bic lighter, you would. It's the little gas lever part, when you hold it down. It's trash, but it's out of the ground. All right, we got a signal here. This is the kind of signal you really want to find, okay? It's amongst the iron. It's a little deep. If you raise the coil, it's hidden by the iron, okay? It's kind of hard to explain, but it comes with experience, it comes with digging a lot of holes, and it could still be trash, okay? But it should be a solid, non-ferrous signal. Now it's in there, and I can hear there's an iron squeak. We'll see if the pinpointer can see anything, but well, we're definitely about to pull something out of here. We got a what's in the clump game. Oh! What is that? What is that? Oh, I know what this is. I think we got us a gear from an old pocket watch. Well, you know what? It's not a gear. It could be a balance wheel from a pocket watch. I think that's what they're called. And basically how they work is there's a little gear here right in the center, And this thing's constantly like moving. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. That's pretty cool though. Or I guess it could be like a steering wheel for a toy car, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's see if there's anything else in the hole. There's iron down there. We'll go over with the detector. Oh yeah, that thing's like, sounds like you ever, well, I will say, you ever like sitting in a tub, taking a bath, no shame on a bath taker, I like a bath, and yeah, well look, it's just like, that's like how it sounds, okay? So that's how the iron down there sounds. So, moving on. Now this sounds good. This sounds good. It's got a nice fluty high tone among iron. Now it's choppy. That happens a lot when you open the hole. Don't let that discourage you. Oh wow, that sounds real good. I'm trying to be extra careful here. Ooh. It doesn't sound as high. It sounds like a coin. What do we got? What is that? Oh, look. Look at that. That's not new. Oh, is it silver? Be silver. I can't tell because of how dirty it is. Where's my water bottle? I think it's got a shot, guys. The ground here. Oh man, that's silver. That's a silver thimble all day. Look at that thing. I guess it could be aluminum. I don't think so though. Oh yeah, look at there. We'll get it cleaned up completely, and you'll know before I know. I'll tell you if it's not, but that's looking pretty good. I think we got a silver thimble, guys. No, that's old. That's history right there. I like that. I like that a lot. The reason I say like if it were aluminum, which it could be, but I don't think so because aluminum just deteriorates so bad. So, all right. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Moving on. Got a something. Sounds pretty good in the plug. Could be a pull tab, probably is. Now if you notice where I'm digging, plenty of pull tabs. You don't see me pull a lot of modern chains because people have dug the easy targets. Oh, we got something old. That's old. I don't know what it is. I just know it's old. Not of any great significance, but old for certain. But like I was saying, you don't see me pull like a lot of like, you know, modern change, or I get zinc pennies occasionally here. But it's because people who come through here, they dig these easy tones. They're not digging the pull tabs. And they're not digging stuff that they don't think is silver, which is so stupid. Okay, gold is worth more than silver. I know it sucks to dig pull tabs, but it just takes one ring. It may take you 50 gold or silver dimes to equal one gold ring. Remember that. Anyway, moving on. Got a real faint tone right here. And it would be an understatement to say that I'm like literally on some serious iron. Like, I have a theory that right about where I'm standing is not the center of, but real close to the center of a 19th century trash dump. And just the stuff that I pulled out from near here that is indicative of that. So it's sounds like iron, but
There's something in there. If it's iron, we're gonna see together. What's in this? Oh, that's not iron. What is that? I think we got a button, guys. Oh, we do have a button. And it might be a good one. I don't have my brush with me. We'll have to clean this up. Maybe I'll tumble it. I'm just kidding. I think it may just be a floral pattern. That's old though. That's real old. That'll look cool. Probably going to be one of my last targets. I feel like I've had a pretty good time out here. Plus, I'm getting hungry. And tonight I'm going to go to a restaurant called Andaluz, which is a Mediterranean buffet. And I love it. I don't know if you guys like that kind of stuff, but if you get a chance, we're in Dallas. It's off of 75. And I recommend it. Oh. There's so much iron around here though, I swear. Oh. What do we got? What is that? That's old. I think it's an old rivet. Huh. Well, it's definitely not new. I'll have to clean it up though. Now I just dug a hole, put it back together, and then I went over. Whatever is here sounds so good. I don't see anything, but it sure does sound nice. What do we got? We got an old brass rivet. Yeah, boy, that thing was sounding good. I don't know if it's copper or what. It may be copper, but yeah, that thing sounded real good. There's so much iron here. Like, before I leave, I'll play it for you. I want you to hear the iron that's over here. So this is what we're hunting in. So I might dig a couple more holes, and then we'll just gotta head home because we gotta get food. But I wanted you guys to hear that the situation we're in is nuts. Now this sounded like trash, but who knows what this is? I'm pretty sure it's a Model T key. I could be wrong, but it sure does look like it. Sure does look like it. I think this is gonna be my last hole of the day, but that's awesome. That's awesome. I've had a good hunt out here today, and this place has been hammered. It's been hammered, not only by other people, but by me. I mean, I just recently led on to the fact that this was a sanitarium. I got several videos from here. So, and I'm gonna keep coming back here because you can just keep coming back. Anyway, I'll see you at the car. Now my battery might die. This, you know, it's hard to get back to the car. Car might as well be 300 miles away from here, okay? This signal sounded so good. Probably just a bottle cap, but man. What is that? What do we got? Just a bottle cap? It's another button. I mean, I think it's another button. Yeah, it's got to be a button. Oh, it's totally a button. Look at that. No, wait. Is The shotgun head stamp? Just had to clean it up and see, but... And that's another old find. Well, that ended up being a pretty good hunt. I got a thimble, I got a buffalo nickel, I got an old button. I hope the button's cool. I'm sure it is. I got an old spoon handle. It was just full of stuff, man. It's just full of stuff. So you just never know. I've hunted this place to death. I'm gonna keep hunting it to death. And then we're gonna bring it back to life. We're gonna hunt it to death again. So you just never know. So I hope you enjoyed watching me dig all this stuff. I know you didn't. Hold on, I'm getting in the car. I should have gotten in the car first. Oh, but you know what? Sometimes I'm not the sharpest knife in the shed, axe, and whatever, you know. I'm hungry, so I gotta go eat. And clearly I don't get smarter the hungrier I get. So if you get out this week, I hope you get that treasure. Wednesday we'll have another favorite find. You guys are sending some of the greatest stuff I've ever seen. That's got me out here digging all kinds of crazy signals. And you know, we were digging blind today, and as you can see, it's worth it to dig blind. It's worth it not to look at those numbers. It's worth it to dig the repeatable signals. You know, that's the best advice I can give you. You know, this hobby, it comes full circle. You start out, you're digging all kind of stuff, and you're learning, right? And you're finding all kind of stuff, and then you get better, and you're like, well, I don't want to dig that. That's trash. And then you find yourself only digging certain things. Why am I only finding pennies, dimes, nickels, quarters? Because you know what those signals are. They're safe signals. And there's some kind of psychological thing there. There's another psychological thing with the high tones. We like that sweet sound. We do. And I'm going to tell you, if you program, if you have a detector where you can change the tones, you change the tones for your mid-tones to being like high sounding, you'll get more stuff. If you got a manicore, you got to, you know, you can't remove the whatever. If your machine, you can't take the remote off, put it in your pocket. Put a piece of masking tape over the numbers. Go out and dig. I guarantee you, if you do that for a couple hours, you're going to find more stuff. That's wisdom. I guarantee it. I stand by that. But anyway, I'll see you Wednesday with a favorite find. I do hope you get that treasure. If you want stickers or to submit a favorite find or any other swag I may have at the time, email me at igetthattreasure@gmail.com, and I'll send it out to you free of charge, which I don't mind doing. You take the time to email me, I'll take the time to throw a stamp on some stuff, put it in the mail. I think that's only fair, and I think that's a good trade-off, and it's because of you guys we have this community, and I'm just so appreciative and thankful. And oh, by the way, don't forget you can use code GETTHATTREASURE at checkout from detectorwarehouse.com, and that helps support the channel. So if you want to support the channel, go over there and order something. I appreciate it. I surely do. So I'll see you Wednesday, and thank you so much for watching.